Boo! Hello, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to a spooktacular show. I'm Will McLaughlin, or should I say Speed Racer, a thrill-seeking demon on wheels.
And I'm Charlotte Ivy, aka the person who didn't read the email saying we were gonna dress up.
Well, that's the scariest costume of all.
Yeah, you can make fun of me all you want when we return on MMTV.
Boo!
How did you get me twice?
It's just my inherent skill, Charlotte, that's all.
Well, I don't like it. And you know what? I did dress up today, thank you very much.
You did?
Yeah, today is Visco Day, so I'm dressed like a Visco girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest, I noticed no difference.
Well, that's mean.
Sorry, Charlotte, it's Halloween.
Well, it's almost Halloween. Technically, it's still October 27th.
Oh, wow, look at me, I'm Charlotte, I know how time works.
All right. We haven't even established where we are yet.
Right!
How about we're in Transylvania?
No, we need something scarier.
A room with a green screen doesn't work?
No, scarier.
Like what?
The set of the future major motion picture Cats. Oh, hey, that's still happening.
I think we should cool it on the classical musical / future major motion picture Cats jokes for a while.
Yeah, me too.
Also, shouldn't you owe money for that?
No, it's a tape show. All bets are off.
Alright, well, let's call it on the Cats jokes till a new trailer comes out. Then it's free game.
That sounds good. That's a Halloween promise. Now let's cut to the question of the week by Emma Spitz, followed by Sports and Clubs by Kaylee Zuko.
My favorite Halloween candy is Butterfingers because they're the best.
Sour Skittles is the best kind of candy.
My favorite Halloween candy is candy corn because I grew up on candy corn and it's good. Yeah, it's good.
My favorite Halloween candy is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups because they're just my favorite candy always.
My favorite candy is Snickers because I like the peanuts inside.
My favorite Halloween candy is probably Twix because it's like really good and I like the caramel in it.
My favorite Halloween candy is candy corn.
My favorite Halloween candy is 100 Grand Bars because they're really good.
My favorite candy is Kit Kats because they taste good.
Here's what it comes down to. Candy corn does taste like wax. And if you eat, it's terrible. And the thing is, there are other candy choices, right? Other very good candy choices. I'll throw out Sour Patch Kids. Not a sponsor, but they're great. Candy corn is trash. And it only comes out around Halloween because it's bad. I've been thinking about that. I've got a really big hot take. Only candy that only comes out during a certain holiday is bad. I'm talking cotton candy, Peeps.
Peeps are good.
No, they're not.
Cadbury Cream Eggs.
Cadbury Cream Eggs. Thank you for suggesting that. And probably other ones that I can't remember.
You hate candy canes too, so you're clearly just a monster.
I'm like middle of the road on candy canes. I'm middle of the road on candy canes. But they don't give those out on Halloween. They give out candy corn. And I'm sorry, but I enjoy eating good things.
Mr. Leslie. Yes. So we meet every week, Wednesday mornings, and it's a group of 32 students, roughly, that we we work to essentially build community, build spirit within the school, to have different events, to raise funds, and essentially just to build, or attempt to build just a sense of community and spirit and belonging within Monument. Well, right now we're running homecoming week, which is a lot of fun. There's different themes for each day for students to dress up as. There's different lunch events. And then on Friday we have an assembly called Community Unity, and with that assembly we'll have donuts in the morning from Bartlett's, and then that would be followed by an end of the day assembly on the half a day, where we have different competitions, different student speakers, and again just a place and just the opportunity to build community within the school.
Oh, that's a good question. It was actually through a grant from School Center Inc., which is a local organization that funds, different education-related endeavors, I guess, across the district. So 2 years ago, Student Government and I wrote a grant and proposed it to School Center Inc., and they were nice enough to give us the funds to allow us to purchase that television, and with it we're able to put up all types of announcements and photographs. Yeah, that's another great question, Kaylee. We try to do as much as we can. We're limited in the sense that kids just are so busy with the amount of activities that they do take on. But we'll be, like last year we had a laser tag event at school that we sponsored, so we're looking to do that this year. We sponsored that field day last year, which was like that second half of the day we all went outside and those different activities. Spirit Week, and we're just looking to do more and more. It's just a matter of carving out time during the day, which can be difficult.
So then Rex runs away because he can't stand being held off the roads, and then later he becomes Racer X.
Wow. Those were interesting segments.
Yeah, they sure were. What did you think of the question of the week?
I loved it. Great question.
Yeah, Charlotte. What would your answer be?
Well, that's a good question, because I don't know what the question of the week was, so I don't know.
That's cool. Whoa, did you see that? Well, it flew into the studio.
No?
Read the script.
Oh, wow. How did that get in here?
It must be the magic of Halloween.
And post-production.
You know what? Let's go to the news.
Fall sports are winding down, so this week we have a girls' soccer game on Monday at Westfield. On Tuesday, boys' soccer plays at Belchertown, and girls' soccer is at home versus Drury on Wednesday. And then we're done for the week.
The Fall Festival of Shakespeare will build its set in the auditorium on Saturday, November 2nd. The show this year is 12th night, and it will be performed November 12th through the 16th here at Monument, and November 23rd at Shakespeare & Company in Lenox.
In other Fall Fest news, the students in the festival are organizing a raffle to support the show. The drawings will be held every day leading up to the show starting November 1st.
Fortnite Chapter 2 is the second version of Fortnite Battle Royale. The second chapter was built up with a rocket blowing up the entire map, leading to a black hole, which made it so you could not play for 2 days while they were getting ready for the second chapter. With the new chapter came a completely new map with all new named locations, such as Craggy Cliffs, Holly Hedges, Misty Meadows, Slurpy Swamp, and many more. One of the new features is that you can swim in water, which you previously could not do. There are also boats, which you can ride around and shoot missiles. This new chapter is a drastic improvement from the end of the first. There's so many new things to explore and have fun with. The biggest knock on this game is the lack of mobility. If you land outside the map, you almost always get caught in the storm, which makes you take damage. This is one of the only things that impacts its rating, but it's so bad that it almost takes off 2 whole points. All things considered, I rate this game a 7.8 out of 10.
The end of the month also marks the end of the Spartan Wear sale to support the sophomore class. So if you want pants or shoes or jackets or lots of other clothing, go to mmrhs2020.itemorder.com/sale to order.
Pathways has a meeting on Friday, November 1st in the faculty lounge. If you want to join the club, see Miss Graham in the nurse's office.
Many of the seniors have to send in their college applications by November 1st, so teachers, please go easy on us. We could really use a break.
football, fall, winter, and spring sports. So it's like, you know, like the ski team or something like that, and then it's like track and field and baseball in the spring. And then just overall, like, Monument has a relatively good atmosphere. Like, it's you know, everybody's nice to each other. Nobody really gets on each other's backs too much. You know, there's like, of course, there's stuff happening, but you know, it's not that bad. Well, it was pretty good because I got to be friends when I was a freshman. I got to be friends with the seniors, so it was honestly not too bad. And then, like, I just kind of thought of it as old because the school hasn't really had many like great renovations and stuff like that. But overall, I think it was like something where it's like I liked it, but at the same time, it was just like some things that I would just don't want to deal with. Definitely. Freshman year is easiest year in the entire 4 years that you're here probably. This year, especially if you take like honors chem or if you take fact and fiction for sophomore year, because I'm a sophomore this year, those classes are exponentially harder than freshman, because freshman year it wasn't a lot of homework, it wasn't a lot of reading. It was like, you know, the tests weren't that bad. The teachers were like easygoing to the students. This year, teachers are a little bit more strict and they just want like for our well-being, but they just want us to like get a better work ethic and get like to be better students than we were last year. So it's overall hard to get.
Anyone who wants a yearbook should order it as soon as possible since the deadline is coming up. It's also getting close to when seniors have to turn in their photos.
Halloween will be truly spooky this year since the end of the first quarter falls on that day. If you have late work, please turn it in or, you know, blame a dead relative.
The Halloween window paintings are up in Great Barrington, so if you want to see the work of all our talented student artists, take a stroll downtown. Oh man, we're already at the end of the show.
And we didn't even do anything especially Halloween.
No, see, I knew you'd say that, which is why every viewer should look under their chair right now and find the scariest thing of all, nothingness.
Wow, that's dark.
Well, sometimes we get dark here, which reminds me that it's time for Charlotte's Corner. Go, Charlotte.
Am I off? Tell me if I'm off.
All right, this week, all right.
What?
All right, this week our resident Halloween expert Charlotte Ivy will be telling us about the extremely complex and complicated origin of Halloween.
Okay, this week, as Will said, I'm going to explain where Halloween came from, which I actually don't know a lot about, but here we're going to go. So, basically, the ancient Mesopotamians had this festival that was similar to what we call Halloween, because basically they believed that the dead would come back. But not all of the dead, just specifically young women that had died in childbirth were going to come back. So those women would come back and then they would celebrate, and they would celebrate by giving them pumpkins, because that was the offering that the Mesopotamians gave to the dead. And then when Christianity came around, like Christianity does, it like took the thing and it took the festival and was like, no, we're not doing this. Now all the dead people come back, but we're celebrating for the saints. And also the evil people come back on Halloween, but the saints come back the day after Halloween. The Mesopotamians did not have that day after Halloween thing, but the Christians took it over and they made it a thing. And then they took over a pagan ritual from somewhere in Europe, and that's where the dressing up comes from. All right, thank you.
Well, that's the show this week. It's not what I originally had planned, which was 30 uninterrupted minutes of the Monster Mash just playing over and over.
It was a graveyard smash.
Oh, that it was. It was also copywritten, apparently, so there went that idea.
That's a bummer.
I'll live.
Or will you? Because Halloween.
Oh, I was worried.
You should be.
What?
If you want to watch next week's episode, which will be live again, you can do that just like every other week on MMTV.us or CTSB 1302, Sundays at 5:30.
You can also watch old episodes on that same website.
Well, I've been Charlotte Ivy.
And I've been Speed Racer, and this has been...
Boo.
Unfazed.
You're terrible!
This has been... MMTV.
I quit this show. Well, I've been Charlotte Ivy.
And I've been Speed Racer, and this has been... Boo! Oh, wait.
Oh. You ruined that. It still did manage to scare me, though, which is probably bad.
Alright.
Yeah.